Okay, maybe we're live. I think we are live. Yes, we're live. Hello everybody, welcome to Montezuma. Looks like we're live. Having some technical difficulties already, I don't know why, but I am. Hopefully we'll deal with those later. Now, just let's get right to work, because there's a lot to see I think today. It's a sunny, warm day. I've forgotten the temperature, but I believe it might be low 60s. Sunny, which could be a problem. But I've seen a fair amount since I arrived. I've seen an eagle or two. I saw 2 sandhill cranes in the distance. I believe I may have seen either an osprey or not sure what. I've definitely seen a turkey vulture or 2, song sparrow, a cowbird, a number of gulls, a few Canada geese, several green-winged teals, a couple mallards, 2 ring-necked ducks. What else did I see? I can't remember if I've seen red-winged blackbirds. I might have. Definitely tree swallows. There are purple martins here. And maybe something else will come to me. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Now, rumor around town is that there's a wood duck nest to be seen somewhere in here. Now, I'm not sure exactly which tree it is. I would not mind seeing it. Uh, 66 degrees according to my thermometer, just so as you know. The person who told me about the wood duck nest, she had a beautiful picture she had taken. She said it's right in along here. So, oh, you know? I think I know where it is. I think I see it. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not. I do see a hole in the tree. And she described like a branch that kind of arches over the nest. So I'm wondering if I do see it. I might. It's if this is what it is, this might be it. And here is the arching branch. It's possible that it's that. Then again, there are other trees that look like they are arching also. Here's some Canada geese. Let me continue to look for a moment or two. If we don't, you know, I won't stay here forever looking for it. Sounds like quite a few Canada geese, actually. I don't know if you can hear them. I can't see them from here, but I hear them certainly. Now the thing, you know, wood ducks nest in trees, and I believe, you know, they'll just use a hole in a tree. I don't know if they do any of that work themselves to excavate the hole. But anyway, if there is a hole in a tree, for instance, we've seen this with woodpeckers. I mean, if the birds are, you know, within the nest, you know, very often from outside of the nest you can't see them, and so a hole is a hole is a hole. It doesn't look like anything special until you actually see you know, the bird you're looking for at the entrance. Well, I think we're going to move on. I'd love to see activity there. What I'm going to do is let's switch cameras very briefly and take a look and see if we can maybe not see it any better, but maybe see some sign of activity. I'm kind of doubtful, actually, that is the right spot. But I'll give you a quick look anyway. 1 second. So again, I may not be looking at the right spot. There's a very good chance I'm not. Okay, let's switch back. I swear, some people just can't drive at all. I mean, well to the side. There's plenty of room to get by, and people keep stopping. Plenty of room. Okay, well, I just, either I'm looking in the wrong spot, which is very, you know, very possible. She said it was towards the beginning of this stretch, not towards the end. So I'm. Problem is, you know, she described the trees, but there's only, you know. There are only so many ways to describe something, you know, things that are, at least on paper, so similar. I may have heard, by the way, earlier, I may have heard an eastern bluebird, but I wasn't sure. Just so you know. Stop so these people can pass me, see if they understand that they can. I believe I just heard a song sparrow. Oh, by the way, I may have heard also a swamp sparrow earlier. Forgot about that one. Hold on a second. What's that? Oh, who's that? Hold on. Might be a song sparrow. I'm not sure. Probably is. Oh, I don't know if I can get it. Hold on. It's probably a song sparrow, but let's take a look if we can. It's a song sparrow. I'm pretty sure about that now. It might not be. Oh, could that be? Hey, come back here, you. It's singing again. I know roughly where it is, but I don't see it. I want to look something up. Oh. It went down to the ground. I still want to look something up. Hold on. I just wonder if it was possibly a Vesper sparrow. Probably not. No, probably not. Oh well. Okay. Oh, there's something in here. Hold on. It's going to be moving in a way that's difficult for me. Hold on. Let me see what it is with binoculars. It's a bald eagle. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it. Let's keep moving. It's funny how things worked out for me in terms of traveling today. I did not see a single red-tailed hawk that I could confirm on my way here. Once or twice I may have seen a bird that I wasn't sure. I thought may have been, but it was possibly an osprey. Just by the way I was seeing it, I couldn't be certain. And a couple Canada geese to our right. And in terms of like seeing ducks on Cayuga Lake as I drove by, really the only ducks I saw were buffleheads. You know, sometimes as I'm driving along, there are areas where you can get a decent look at the shoreline, and I saw very little activity on my way here. You know, a couple small groupings of the buffleheads. I may have seen some American coots also in one other location. I definitely saw some. A small flock of snow geese just eating grass near the lake. But that was pretty much it. I did see a great blue heron, by the way, also earlier, so I've already seen one. Speaking of great blue herons, you know, maybe to some people it was nothing special, but I really enjoyed watching the grouping of great blue herons we saw, you know, from Wildlife Drive last week. So I posted some video if anyone's interested. I just saw what looked like some shorebirds. I couldn't identify them, but what is that? Hold on. Oh, I see a great blue heron. Just barely. I don't know if I can find it for you or not. It's hard to, it's very hard for me to see. Oh, now I can't see it. Okay, and it was just its head popping above the grasses. We're gonna keep moving. I think what happened was I first saw it facing the other way, just directly away. So I saw this white thing, you know, almost looking like it was on vegetation or something. We looked at a red-winged blackbird closely last week, but this is kind of nice lighting. And the one last week was singing. Hey, come back here, you. Okay, let's keep moving. Not much activity so far today. I'm feeling we'll see more up ahead. I'm guessing, although I don't know, I'm guessing there are going to be ducks around or other waterfowl. It is a little breezy, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. There's a robin up ahead on the road. It just took off. And I believe I just heard a swamp sparrow. To our right, I see a Canada goose. And up ahead, I see oh, I don't know if they're taking, well, they're there. There's some gulls. I quite honestly don't know what kind of gulls they are, but there's some gulls up ahead and to our right. I believe I see a mallard up ahead and to our left. There's a chance we'll go to a location we haven't been to in quite a while today. I'll have to find it. We've been there before, but I'm hearing the road is pretty bad. I'd love to see some sandhill cranes. As I mentioned at the beginning, I believe I saw 2 of them in the air flying around. I could see them. I was at the observation deck, you know, right at the visitor center. Okay, let me stop right here. Let's look around a bit. There are Canada geese to our right, gulls to our left also. I'm sorry, yeah, and gulls to our right also. And again, I'm not sure what kind of gulls these are, to be honest. That's one thing I try to be honest with you always. You know, I don't want to ever give you the impression I know something I don't. Is that a green teal? Looks like it. 2 of them, male and female. Maybe we'll take a closer look. We'll see. I wonder if they're... I don't know. I may have just heard a gadwall. I think I see gadwalls out there. I think we'll take a look here. And just see if we can see of any, you know, anything of interest or whatever. So let's switch cameras and take a look. Had become unplugged. Oh, I believe I just heard a pied-billed grebe. By the way, remember we saw last week a horned grebe, and as it turns out, it was in, as we suspected, it was in non-breeding plumage, but it was transitioning to breeding plumage. Those look like green-winged teals, and I saw a green. I don't know if I was disconnected or not, but I saw a green-winged teal. Who's that? Who's that back there? Not sure. Let me see if I can find those other green-winged teals that seem to be closer. One sec. Wait there. Well, these are closer, certainly. I can hear the pied-billed grebe, but I don't see it yet. Anyway. Okay, let's look and see if there were any. Is that a great blue heron? Yes, great blue heron right there. I don't know what's making that noise. It's like I can't duplicate it. like a northern shoveler. It is. Hi, northern shoveler. It's a male northern shoveler. I'm going to brighten it up. Maybe show you some detail. Let's darken it back down. Okay, and I want to look out farther to see if there were another great blue heron has just flown by. Looks like it caught a fish. I think I'm hearing a song sparrow chip note. I don't know what's making that. It's like a rattle almost. I believe I'm hearing American coots. Okay, let's go back out to where I thought I had seen gadwalls. And there are gadwalls out there. And I had believed I had heard them as well, and there they are. Okay, farther out. Or maybe. Oh, that's an American widgeon right there. Those are American widgeons. The male is in the background. Okay, let me just have a look around with binoculars and see if there's anything else I want to look at. A couple herons over here. have already seen one of the two. Okay, and let's keep going. Hold on. I think we have a couple shovelers out there. We've seen one already. There may be 3 or 4 actually. Because I suspect that we have a shoveler back there or 2. I'm going to lighten it up. Who's that in the foreground? Are they green-winged teals maybe? They're small. They might be. I have a hard... If they're females, I, can often have a hard time recognizing them. They're definitely not shovelers. Now, that may be a shoveler there. And someone just flew in nearby. Hold on. Oops. Blue-winged teals. Hi, blue-winged teals. That's the male there we're looking at right now. Where they are is not convenient for me right now, but hold on, where are they? Okay, let's move the car and see if we can get a closer look at them. Might catch up to them. They flew not too far, but I'm going to leave this camera in place. I wonder if this pickup truck's scared. You need to stay in your vehicle? Who's this? Who is this? Who's this? Where are they? Are they shovelers? Yeah, they do look like shovelers. They're... Wait a minute, who's that? Where'd you go? Okay, those might be the very same teals, but I thought I saw something else. Hold on, where did I see it? A couple of them, whatever they are. Oops. Hold on, I can't see them with the naked eye. Okay, I've got my bearings, I think. Not sure what they are. They're shorebirds of some sort. I mean, they could be greater yellowlegs. I don't know. I'm not an expert on shorebirds. I recognize some, but certainly not all of them. And it doesn't help me that they have their heads tucked in. Let me look around. We have at least 7 shovelers in the area. I believe I'm hearing an American coot, but I haven't seen one yet. Couple more shovelers. So there's several here. Let's look in the distance. I believe that is a green-winged teal. It is. It's a male. I'm hearing a pied-billed grebe again, but I haven't seen one of those yet either. You keep hearing, those are the gadwalls. There's a pied-billed grebe. Again, the video of the horned grebe we saw last week. I did post that on YouTube if anyone is interested in another look. Is that a widgeon?
we're going to move on pretty soon. Let's see if we can take another look at those two shorebirds, if I can find them again quickly. Hold on one second. Here we go. Still look like they have their heads tucked back. I may be wrong. I suspect greater yellowlegs, but I'm not sure. Two ducks just flew overhead. They look like northern shovelers. Okay. Male and female. I believe greater yellowlegs, yes. Okay, we're going to keep going. Oh, gadwall close. Let's see if we can get a look at it. I'd love for it to stop and, give us a chance to look. Zoom in. We've seen gadwalls before up close, and they really are beautiful ducks. This one keeps moving, so we're going to continue. I'm going to leave everything in place.
Fair number of gadwalls out there. I'm also seeing 3 or 4 buffleheads. Maybe more than that. I also see these cars ahead of us which kind of block our view, or block our way, I should say. Hold on, let me get around this Subaru here. All of a sudden the wind picks up. Thanks. Let me see if I can find those buffleheads again. They weren't close, but see a ringneck duck or two. I don't know where the buffleheads are. Well, I think I might. They must be diving though, because they they keep popping out of view. Let's move forward here a little bit, see if we can get a decent look. Well, we'll give it a shot. Hold on. Ooh, what's that? Okay. Widgeon.
One just drove, I believe. There's one in view. See, that's why they can be challenging, because when they're feeding, you know, they'll keep diving, and you don't know exactly where they're going to pop back up. They're not very close, so we're going to move on. That is not too far from us. I'll leave things in place, I guess. In terms of birds of prey, at least since we started the tour today, I haven't really noticed much activity. We did see one eagle briefly, but I mean, like, since we came out here in the open, not really seeing anything. I think I see some canvasbacks. There, center screen, two of them, and that is a canvasback right there. I'll lighten it. It's a male canvasback with a reddish head. Beautiful ducks. More coots. Again, they are not ducks. And that, I think, that looks like, well, a couple canvasbacks, male and female. There's the male, and there's the female there. She's preening. We also have this looks like a ringneck duck, I believe. A couple of them. That's a ruddy duck right there, female. At the center, she's got two. Oh, she just dove. Ruddy ducks are pretty small. Bufflehead there at the center, which is cool. So actually, overall, not a bad variety. Maybe not, you know, not a huge flock of ducks, but with a decent variety within it. So again, that's a bufflehead. There's no doubt some of these ducks can get confusing, and you know, I'm getting used to seeing some of them. The females definitely still confuse me. The males have more distinct coloration, and you know, color's not the only thing you should look for, but for me, those are, you know. Is that, oh. just diving there was a female bufflehead. Okay, let's keep going. Down towards the ground. I can't see. Oh, wait. Oh, I was mistaken. I believe it's me. It's behind the trees. But there is a turkey vulture now just about over the road. Maybe 2 or 3 actually. Oh wait. At least 2. And I see an eagle up in the air, up fairly high. Immature. And it looks like an adult eagle in the air, fairly high. Or just the 2 eagles are not far, well, not too far away from each other. Oops. Oh, I see in the air a double-crested cormorant. We may see it up ahead if it lands. Where are these birds here? Cabins. Who are these guys here? Wait. So we have some canvasbacks in here. There's a bufflehead just dove. Widgeon, American Wings. What's that? That it looks like a male ruddy duck. Head tucked back. Actually, I'm seeing a number of turkey vultures to our right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe about 9. All in the air. Kind of breaking up now. They were closer together for a moment, but now they're breaking up. Heard a song sparrow. Do I see a grouping of coots? I think. We'll see if we can line up a little better and then we'll take a look at them. Take a look at what's farther out there if we can. More coots out there. That's a canvasback. That's a pied-billed grebe right there. Swimming along. Looks like it had a fish in its mouth. That's a ruddy duck. Oh, that is a redhead right there, center. couple redheads out there, maybe. No, was that ringneck duck in the back? But that's a redhead. Did you notice on the redhead it had a gray side as opposed to, let's see if I can find it again. The sides are gray as opposed to the white of the canvasbacks. So if you can't see them well, that's one of the distinguishing characteristics that can help. See, I mean, that duck there has a reddish head also, but the white body shows that it's, you can't see the head very well, but that white body shows that it is in fact a canvasback. Okay, let's, oh, there's a cormorant right there. I had said I had seen, I don't know if this is the one that was in the air. Where is it? There you go. Double-crested cormorant. Again, not a duck. Oh, you can kind of see the two crests. So again, they're not ducks. Double-crested cormorants are not ducks, but they resemble them in many ways. And they're not quite as buoyant. They dive for their food. They catch fish, and it's believed that because they're not quite as buoyant as ducks, that helps them to go, you know, swim deeper and dive better. Ruddy ducks here. They're not too far. Let's see if we can get a look at them. A couple males. Lighting is not great on them, believe it or not. Even though it's sunny, it's not working in our favor. Where'd the other one go? Bills are not blue, so I wonder if that means they're not in full breeding colors yet. Again, these are smaller ducks, and they have that white patch on the cheeks. If they're in breeding colors, I believe that's when their bills turn blue, although maybe it's a lighting factor right now. And you see see, at least on the males. I'm not sure about the females. You see how their tails stick up in the air. They're not super close, so we're going to keep moving, but that's not a bad look. I wouldn't mind a closer look, certainly. Hold on a second. What do I see in the distance? I may have a snow goose on the distance. I'm not sure. Now it has to get windy. Looks like a swan, actually. Oh, that's a mute swan. Not great with swan identification, but the orange bill is a marker for it. So that's a mute swan. Don't usually see that many of them around here, but they, at least here at Montezuma. And I thought I saw another swan, but I'm not sure if it was a mute swan or not. Hold on. That might be another mute swan. I think it is. Yeah, that looks like it has an orange bill. It's very hard to tell. We're at extreme distance. I'll shut off the car. That'll help minimize some of the vibration. Out there, American widgeons. This is the closer of the two mute swans, but it's not close. Not that much. So we're going to keep moving. If we're close, believe me, we stop and take a look. It's interesting that they're here, so maybe we're not going to get closer to them, I don't believe, but who knows, if they hang around, and maybe next time maybe they'll be in a closer location. What is this here closer to us? Ducks. Where are they? Where'd they go? Could these be scops? These might be scops. That's a redhead right there. That's a ringneck duck, I believe. Is it? No, I think these are scops. I don't know if they're lesser or greater scops. It's pied-billed grebe. Oh no, that's a ringneck duck there. Well, is it? I'm having a hard time telling, to be honest with you. Well, that's a ringneck duck there, but I believe that may be a scaup there. I think it is. The ringneck duck, you can see there's a white ring around the bill, not around its neck, that you can see. And, you know, Definitely some scops out there. I can't get any closer with the way I'm currently configured. But the scaup doesn't have the ring around its bill. But remember, here on the ringneck duck, if it can turn, it would be helpful. But there's that white triangular it's hard to see. Okay, we're going to keep going though. Overall, like I said, we're seeing a nice variety. But let's keep moving forward. Sometimes we'll be here, you know, especially in the fall, and we might see, you know, large flocks, thousands of ducks. Haven't seen that here this spring. That's not to say that there haven't been thousands of ducks in the Montezuma area this spring. Remember, we saw some when we went to the Sandhill Crane unit, for instance. That's just one example. Hold on. One example. What do I see? Those are gulls in the distance. Few great blue herons, but I'm also seeing, what am I seeing now? There they go. Okay, they're gulls out there with the Canada geese. That wind is annoying. I checked the forecast for Ithaca. The wind was not supposed to be all that bad. It's not that bad today, but it's just annoying. Might get another look, I don't know if it'll be much better, at the mute swan. Let's try from here and see what happens. Not much better. A little better, but... the car is vibrating too, so that doesn't help. But we're gonna keep going. was in this area last week that we saw the horned grebe. I don't see anything like that this week. Let's switch camera. Turkey vulture flying overhead. Quiet in here. More noise coming from something rattling in the back seat. Hold on, what do I see here? Looks like a turkey vulture. To the left, there's an area that's usually open water, and there's nothing going on in it at all. Not that I see. Canada goose, and the grass is behind it. You know, in some ways, it's still early in the year. You know, we just started coming up here, of course, officially, you know, here on Wildlife Drive. But for some species, you know, they just haven't arrived yet. You know, I think of great egrets, for instance.
Canada goose. A lot of, when I first arrived, quite a few cars near the visitor center, and you know, I don't know if what you can see on the camera, you might be able to see a few on the ramp ahead of us, and I can see up ahead a number of other cars. In other words, there's a fair amount of activity here in terms of people visiting. Tree swallows flying around. Looks like the car ahead of us here is trying to photograph them if possible, but kind of maybe giving up. In flight now, over the pool to our right and just about over the road are 4 double-crested cormorants. Okay, let me stop here for a moment and look around. Hold on. See a couple Canada geese to our right, and maybe something else, but it's kind of hidden in the grass, whatever it is. Maybe. And a turkey vulture flying around now there. Flying, well, kind of just behind us. It was kind of low. Would have been nice to see, actually. Sorry. The pool to our right is fairly full. It does. The water level in the pool to our right seems to change quite often, and it does tend to kind of dry out at times. I do see a gadwall in that pool. And up ahead there are a few Canada geese. 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe about 6, maybe more, maybe less. Actually, I should say maybe fewer. But not that much activity. Now there are a number of cars here stopped and they're taking photographs. I wonder if there's anything of particular interest, maybe some shorebirds, I don't know. Maybe not. I think we'll keep moving here.
Are you Ferris?
Yes, I am.
Finally get to meet you out here.
And you are?
I'm Lois Peck.
Nice to meet you.
I followed the Ustream for several years.
Ah. Do you still watch, or?
I still watch. I try to as often as I can.
Well, say hello to everybody. We're streaming
Hi, everybody. But yeah, I was surprised. I saw you and I passed you and I saw I said, I think that's him. I think that's him.
Anything special here?
Not that I've seen right now.
No, I'm not seeing much special either.
No, we
Nothing out of the
were
ordinary.
up here Monday, but it was so windy. There was whitecaps out on the main pool.
Really?
Oh yeah, it was horrible.
Well,
But
what can you do?
yeah, that's the thing. But well, I'll let you go.
Thank you.
Have a nice time.
You
nice
too.
to meet you.
Take care. There's a mallard and a Lois peck. You know, so often it just depends on your timing. I mean, you could be here on a day with really lousy weather, but maybe, you know, maybe you'll see something of interest. I see a couple blue-winged teals out there. Maybe 3 or 4 more mallards. Oh, and well out there, I'll give you a quick look. A northern pintail. That's a male. So again, overall, a good variety in terms of ducks. I haven't been counting, but you know, good variety overall. But you know, just maybe not, you know, thousands and thousands of them, but a good mix anyway. Now, the truck ahead of us taking photographs of something. Now, maybe he's trying to photograph the great blue heron that just flew by. I don't know. And I can't pass him because on the ground there's a red-winged blackbird I don't want to bother. He's taking photographs of something. I wonder if he's... maybe not. Now he's put it away, or he's looking around. Alright, well, the car that just passed us disturbed the red-winged blackbird anyway, so... Mallard just flew by. So kind of quiet. In a way. I'm enjoying it anyway. It's, you know, it's nice to come and look, and, you know, quite honestly, if I, let's say I had decided to just stay in Ithaca today, I'd be wondering what I missed here. Number of cars ahead of us. Obviously, the two that you can probably see, and there's one right behind me. Actually, three behind me. That I can see, and you know, we're getting into a stretch where I have a feeling we'll have to deal with other cars, possibly, you know, in our way. Last week we didn't see very many ducks here in this stretch, but we did see, you know, did see those great blue herons. The truck that we just passed, I wonder if he's looking at the turtles. I'll give you a look at the turtles. One second.
The battery's getting low in this one, in this camera. I didn't realize. And hold on, I saw a duck out there of some sort. Oh, a couple of them. Not sure what they are, to be honest with you. I'm having a hard time telling what they are. I have to switch batteries very soon. This one's going on me. And, oh, another duck ahead. Let's keep moving. Maybe two ducks. Maybe a couple ducks. Well, more than that. I can't tell what that is just because of the way it's lit and the way it looks on my screen here. I'm not going to be able to tell. Okay. And then here, that looks like a mallard from here. And then a couple more, I don't know if I can get them because of my car mirror. Purple heron. And this battery is dying, so it's time for me to change it.
Heron out there. Not very close, so I'm not going to bother to stop and look at it. It does look like it has a fish though. I think the water levels are down. I don't know about this area. I know my own area received some rain last night, but we haven't had a particularly wet spring. I don't believe Ithaca has either. And quite honestly, this past winter, I'm not going to speak for Montezuma, I'm not going to speak even for Ithaca. Well, I'll speak for Ithaca a little bit. And you know, actually, I can probably speak for this area too, really. Since we came up here all winter, there wasn't that much snow. Some years you get, you know, not only the big snowfalls, but frequent, you know, 3-inch snowfalls, 2-inch snowfalls, but didn't really happen this year, so we didn't get a lot of buildup of snow, and for much of the winter there wasn't much snow on the ground at all. So, you know, I don't know how the water levels are overall, but I have a feeling they're not particularly high. Hold on, let's see if this is First we're hearing in the grasses over here. And one in the air that looks of it. Is there something on the ground or not? Hold on one second. No. I believe I'm hearing a song sparrow. A couple of ducks over here. We'll take a quick look at them. I suspect they're mallards. They look like mallards.
say the water levels are kind of low. It's, you know, it's a concern, certainly. I could be wrong. Maybe my memory of this area is a little faulty. It's certainly possible. A couple birds in the air. I'm not sure if they are. They're eagles, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get them, not under these conditions. And they're not close. Really not much in this stretch at all this week. I'm going to keep moving. Things have yet to really green up here. I see in the distant trees, I don't know if you can make it out if the color is being is coming through. There is some color in those trees. It's not green, but it's like, you know, let's say it's more like pinks, and I don't know how else to describe the colors, but you know, I have to imagine the trees have buds in them, but no leaves that have developed yet. A great companion in distance in flight. Okay. And another heron flying the other way. Say the most unexpected thing we've seen here on Wildlife Drive today was probably the muse swans. The other species you'd, you know, pretty much expect to see or
find it reasonable to see them. Okay, that is it for Wildlife Drive. Could pull over and try to take a look at the great blue heron rookery. Let's see if we can get a look from here. Lighting's not great here. You know, I was going to skip trying to take a look, but I think we're going to look. I may see something odd, I'm not sure. And the reason why I was going to skip is because we just can't get a good look from here. It's just the way the light is. But there's something else I'm curious about.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure what it is. See, I've talked about this before. You know, sometimes over a long distance, colors can get washed out, especially in bright sunlight. And that's what was happening with that great blue heron. It's not white, but it almost looks white just by the way things are being washed out. Under these sunny conditions, I think we're going to have a hard time really seeing much in the rookery. I mean, you can see there is some activity. Certainly there are great blue herons there. I can't see well. Maybe we'll try again later if we come and climb the platform. So, but we're going to keep moving.
Okay, let's get going. You know what? All right, we're going to go there right now. We're going to go...
Turn right after 2 miles and continue on RT 89.
We're going to go to Carn Cross Road. We've been there before. That's where we saw the little blue heron. Not last year, but the year before. Oh, hold on a second. I see something white out there on the Shockey pool. I think it's white. Look like swans. Okay, well, we may see them when we come back. I wonder if they're the swans that have raised young there in past years. I don't know if they did last year, but remember last year they drained the pool. Not the swans, the people. So anyway, we are heading towards Carn Cross Road. Hopefully we'll find it. I see an osprey. And maybe another. And definitely another in the nest where we looked last week. Still reading 66 degrees, but it's I'm going to close the sunroof so I don't bake in the sunshine because it is bright and sunny, and it's quite warm here in the car. The other video that I posted this past week that I recorded last Saturday, I've seen red-breasted mergansers before, and you know, I had never seen a horned grebe before, but somehow I think the red-breasted merganser video was to me a little bit more special, just because it was the best look I had. And there was room for improvement, but and the mergansers are just beautiful.
Turn right after 1,000 feet and continue on RT 89. Please turn next right.
Okay.
Turn left after 1 mile and continue on RT 89.
Oh, I see a red-tailed hawk in the air. I think it's a red-tailed hawk. Beautiful birdie. And what do I see here on the side of the road? Looks like it might be a skunk. Drifting. So like I said, we're headed towards Carn Cross Road. In many ways, that's similar. The route is similar to what we take, or what we've taken to go to the Sandhill Crane Unit area. Again, I was warned that the road is pretty bad.
Turn left after 1/4 mile and continue on RT 89.
For Carn Cross Road, so we'll see what happens. By the way, I don't know if you can see them, probably can't. The fields where, you know, in prior weeks we've
turn
looked
left
at,
after 1,000 feet and continue on RT 89.
We've looked at snow geese, and we saw the snowy owl here. You know, much less water here than there had been before, and that's no surprise. I mean,
please turn next left.
These are agricultural fields, and you know, things have to grow here, and believe they're cornfields, although I'm not, well, I'm pretty sure.
Turn right after 3 miles and continue on RT 89.
It's really a beautiful day. And, you know, if it were just a matter of me, you know, going out for a walk, I would, you know, I'd be thrilled with it. But, you know, sometimes I see a hawk in the air, look like a hawk, of some sort. Can't see it now. But, you know, sometimes the sunshine really can work against us, especially when we're looking over long distances. And hoping for a, you know, clear view of things. Going to Carncross Road. Well, I heard about something.
Turn right after a 1/4 mile and continue on RT 89.
I heard about something there, and I don't want to make any promises, so I won't tell you yet what it is. I'm hoping we'll see it.
Turn right after 1,000 feet and continue on RT 89.
Please turn next right.
Please turn next right. Turn right after a 1/4 mile. Turn right after 800 feet onto Savannah Spring Lake Road.
Just saw a fake news one.
Please turn next right.
Hold on, I see some kind of... Some kind of hawk in the air, I think. Why was it? Maybe too far for me to get it for you. I'm sorry. Okay.
Turn right after 2 miles.
Look like cornfields to our left and right. Funny how things work out. You know, we didn't see any northern harriers today at Long Wildlife Drive. Not that we always see them, but you know, we see them fairly regularly. Didn't see one. Maybe they were there and I just looked in the wrong place at the wrong time. Maybe they weren't really flying around. I don't know. But earlier this week, one morning, heading away from home, I saw a bird fly overhead, and I never did get a good look at it, but
Turn right after 1/4 mile.
my best guess was that it was a northern harrier, a male. And, you know, you may say, so, well, don't usually see northern harriers in my neck of the woods. Not
Turn right after 800 feet. Then you will arrive at your destination.
Not in my immediate area, I should say. Please turn next right.
Please turn next right. Then you will arrive at your destination.
Okay.
You have reached your destination.
This is where I ruined my last pair of sunglasses. I sat up. Didn't realize they were on my car seat, and I sat up. Okay, there are cars up ahead, and that's good news as far as I'm concerned, because maybe what I want to see is within view. I'm hoping. Let me just stop and take a look for a second here. I think it is. Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see. He was right. The road's not so good. may be looking in the wrong place. If those people are, I don't know. They don't seem to be lined up as best they could be if they're looking for what I'm hoping to see myself. We're here to hopefully see a glossy ibis. And we've seen them before, but I'd love a close look at one. Oh, and looks like some Caspian terns. But I think I see the ibis. If that is the ibis, let's look at it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. That's beautiful. That is a glossy ibis. And we're going to try to I'm going to turn the car around and see if we can get a better look at it. Okay, let's see what we can do. I'm tempted to put the teleconverter on the scope, but maybe I won't just yet. Come on, wire, stay out of my way, would you? There are other shorebirds here too, but I want to see the ibis. Let's see what we can do with this other camera, the way it's set up right now. The lighting is not going to work for us very well.
Unfortunately, that lighting is a challenge. I'm going to lighten it up again. Wind isn't helping either. Hey. I may take a moment to put the teleconverter on. I'm going to try to put the teleconverter on the scope and see if we can get maybe a slightly better look. just checked in with the chat. No, I believe what you saw, Lavender Lady, was it was bluish, but it was not a bluebird. I believe it was a tree swallow. There's some other shorebirds here. Hold on a second. I can get them. And very close to us there's a, I believe it's a greater yellow legs, but we don't normally have them this close to us, so hold still you. Okay, you don't want to hold still. Alright, let's take a moment. I'm going to switch cameras.
And I'm going to add the top, give us a maybe slightly closer look. Oh, the ibis took off. I'm not sure where it is, but I don't believe it flew far. We may have to move forward, though. Come on. There we go. Okay, let's move forward. We may have to be closer to where the other cars are. Which is fine. I'm okay with that. I believe I see the ibis, so it didn't fly completely away. You know what? Let's stop right here. We're farther, but maybe the angle will work in our favor, lighting-wise. Let me see. Hold on. Let me just verify I see the ibis. Yes, I do. I think maybe we should be actually further ahead and looking back at it. It might give us a better idea for color. Let's do that, but before we do it, let's look at the Caspian terns a little bit. Okay, let's move forward, and quite a ways forward, and see if looking back helps us with color. Here.
What they're looking at. And they might just be trying to, you know, do a complete listing of what's here. I don't know. Oops, sorry. I'm looking around with binoculars. Did I hear also that there was a rail here? There might be a rail, which I've never seen. Oops, sorry. I was told about the ibis, and I can't remember if I think he told me that the rail was here too.
Instead, we saw pectoral sandpipers
Okay.
and a gunline.
Okay.
And then there's also Caspian terns.
And there's the ibis here also.
Yes, you saw the glossy ibis?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That I saw. Okay.
Yeah. How about you?
That's what I've came here primarily to see, the glossy ibis. And I wouldn't mind seeing the rough, but you haven't seen it yet, I guess? Or?
We have something. We have something right now we're looking at, but it's preening and it will not turn around.
Rude.
Huh?
Very rude of it.
Yeah, it's not cooperating.
Maybe I can help. I don't know.
Well, it's in front of that building, and it's really far. But you have looks like you have a lot of magnification there.
You got a license for that thing?
You know, I just get out and look at my scope. I've got it.
Do you have it? Well, no. Let me look with this.
What's your magnification on that?
This goes up to, actually I've forgotten because I put a converter on it. I think it goes up to 100.
Oh, wow. You could go to 60.
So it's in front of the building?
Okay, so it's in the water here. Yes, it's at the
See
back
the
part of our
angle of the
pond.
scope.
Okay.
It's to the right of the building, and it's on the. There's a little bit of land, and it's on the far side of the land, or muck.
Is it still preening it?
Yeah.
So the other ones are walking around. This is standing still but preening really vigorously.
We try to get around you, we're going to head up. Thanks, folks. Nice talking to you.
Thank you for conferring with us.
Maybe we'll run into you again.
Okay, I think we're on. Anyway, I was just saying our big challenge with this ibis is lighting. It's still a pleasure to see it. Did he say rail or rough that he had seen? I don't remember. When I was speaking with before the being noted as Carncross Road, but maybe it was just the way it was labeled.